Hello. As I wander round the minor football grounds of our land, one thing I've noticed is I'm responsible for the weather. I can walk into some distant boardroom and someone who has little interest in or belief in God will remark, "I hope you're doing something about this rain, Vicar," or similar. You'd think the weather was my fault, or my heavenly boss's at least. In one sense, they're right. The God of the Bible is someone who runs the universe by regular, predictable laws and demonstrates his love for us in so doing. Imagine when you get out of bed in the morning, you wouldn't know if you could rely on the law of gravity to prevent you from floating up to the ceiling, or whether the floor would hold you up or you just fall straight through it. If this was the case, life would be unlivable. God is, however, someone who sometimes puts his oar in. He breaks his own rules, and why shouldn't he? They're his rules to break as he will. Sometimes he sends an angel to intervene in our affairs, but very often, particularly when he's going to war with his enemies, he intervenes through the elements. A wind divides the Red Sea. The River Jordan parts before the Israelites. An earthquake opens graves at Jesus' death, and so on. As I looked out of my window when I was writing this, it was trying to snow in the middle of April. Only a fortnight previously, I'd been sitting out in the garden with friends, enjoying the sunshine and warmth, as I have done today as I record this. You, like me, may have been praying that God would spare us another spike in coronavirus infection. The figures for infections, hospital admissions and deaths from COVID have shown signs in the last fortnight of levelling out or even increasing. They're that worried about the infection figures in the area where we go to church, they've issued every household with lateral flow tests, which are then returned for testing. Shops, hairdressers and beer gardens have opened this week. Meanwhile, we continue to see selfish people threatening the health and life of the rest of us by holding raves or filling parks with unmasked youngsters and their rubbish. What to do about it? The police seem powerless or unwilling to intervene. This being so, would God do anything for us? Well, you're not likely to hold a rave or crowd into a park if it's freezing cold. Did God, in his kindness, freeze things up that weekend to help us avoid another spike? I don't know, but it's a possibility. This is all rather hard on those of us who, suffering from cabin fever, would like to go out and enjoy ourselves rather more than we have done. But maybe the cold snap was what C.S. Lewis would call a severe mercy. Bye-bye.